What's up, guys and gals? Sorry for being late, guys. I had to wait for everybody to show up, and everybody's actually here today. So I have a D or Daryl or Simply Imperable podcast with me, reading some
Well,
Misty
hello there.
America. Then we have the creator of Misty America and Venerella, the Anthony Sika. And then we have our lo and behold other special guest, DC Randall.
Dang it, one of these times you're going to have smiling Tori there and it's going to shock everybody.
Yeah, I I purposely did it to get people's attention. Really, honestly, being honest.
Uh, we know it won't be Bob Saget.
Yeah, yeah. Bob Saget. Yeah. So since we're bringing up Bob Saget, so Anthony didn't know. Anthony hasn't been on social
I
media.
didn't know.
Yeah, lately. And then so pretty much he passed. Pretty much at 65. That was my childhood, man. Watching Full House. So yeah.
Right here in Florida.
Hmm.
What I remember most about him is one Full House, and then the second thing was seeing him do a stand up.
Hmm.
I was like, that is the most foul mouthed man to be playing the dad on this beautiful little family show. I was like, oh my gosh, that's not the same guy.
Yeah.
Wasn't he the first host of America's Funniest Home Videos?
Yeah.
Was he the first?
Yeah, he was. Yeah, he was the first one. I think,
I remember him being the host. I didn't remember if he was the first one or not.
Or he was the most popular host, maybe.
I remember when the show came out. Like he was the only one that I remembered, and then I kind of just lost interest in watching it when they changed hosts. You know, like I just enjoyed watching Bob Saget as the host. You know.
What? Since we're bringing stuff up, I actually went to a con yesterday. That damn con was straight. The St. Pete one. That thing was straight. It wasn't worth $20 to get in. It was straight. Yeah, it was straight trash. Being honest,
not a lot of vendors or not a lot of people.
Vendor wise, there wasn't a lot of vendors. There was a lot of the main reason I think I know why they wanted to charge so much was because of the creators and stuff like that. That's honestly, I believe that's why they had to charge so much because they had
what creators were even there.
They had a what was it? The guy that created Venom, the original guy that created Venom. De La Rosa was there. Mike Grail was supposed to be there, but he canceled. There was a couple of cosplayers.
Canceled?
Yeah.
He would have been the biggest reason to go.
Yeah, that's the whole reason we went was because of Grail, and then we looked the last minute, and he said he canceled. I'm like, shit. And then
that sucks.
And then the older guy that did Spider-Man and Green Lantern and a couple other things. I forgot the dude's name, but he the original cover it was 90s green like a green Spider-Man cover, and he's in armor. The armor cover. I forget the guy's name.
Saviak. Alex Saviak? Saviak?
No, older guy. I maybe.
They're all older now.
Yeah. Maybe Saviak, I think.
He's the one that did that cover, I think.
Was he a heavyset guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that was Alex.
Yeah, with glasses and stuff. I've never actually seen him draw, but like the friend showed us how he showed me how he drew and everything. Like he has a little cutout of his art, and then he'll trace it. It's kind of neat, actually.
Yeah.
It's kind of neat.
I mean, that could literally be me, the older heavyset guy with glasses. That could literally be me.
Yeah.
I'm a monkey now.
Yeah, but well, the other thing was that con was almost looked like a gymnasium, almost like that place was almost like a gymnasium looking thing. Like
was there
you know how
a lot of anime people?
Kind of, not really. Like there were a couple of, not even a lot, like a bunch of the anime people canceled too. Honestly, if they had more of those guests there, I don't know where they would have put the guests, because honestly, that how the place looked, it looked like like an old school barn or like a gym, like an old school gym or old school barn almost, because they had an upstairs where you can look down at people. So
yeah, I wonder if like it was like last minute, like they moved things around or moved in that specific spot, because I heard the place was bigger than that. Was there like other rooms and they just kind of like closed it off and they just put everything in there?
I think so, maybe, but it looked like just one room. It didn't. I didn't see any other rooms or nothing. It looked like just one room. Like
I mean,
it looked like.
I know the guy who runs that convention. He teamed up with the person that owns the building that does the venue there. So I think they were just giving it a shot.
That was the first. That was the first St. Pete. That was the first con. You know what I mean? That was the first one that they did. So, but he teamed up with the guy that did Suncoast Con. That's the worst one to team up with. That's the worst guy to team up with because that guy could not. The only reason we even went to the Suncoast one, the previous one, was because of one. What was it? Ebass. It was the only reason I went for that one. And then if it wasn't for Ebass, I wouldn't have went. But and I sent my George Perez book off for George Perez to sign it. So.
Yeah. Oh, that's good. At least you got
but
that
the prices. Yeah, but the prices went up, man. Like CGC's prices went up and stuff. We can talk about that. What everybody thinks about that.
I do want to say this one thing first. Charlotte used to have the mini con in the building where UFC 3 was held at.
Right.
And that was, you think UFC, these huge buildings, thousands and thousands of people. It was literally in this little community college gym. And it was just like you're saying, it was basically like a high school basketball court was the entire thing. And then you had the upstairs wraparound where you could sit to watch down on the sports. So I don't know what you mean.
And the best thing is, sorry you had a bad convention experience, Jeff, but this Sunday, there's a great convention in DeLand, the DeLand comic book convention.
And
it's a lot
that's
cheaper.
The best
I
one.
think it's $5.
Yeah.
And you got special guest artist Anthony Seca with Wild Mercury Comics set up all day, Sunday. Not all day. It's
but he's already got all the books.
10 to 4.
He doesn't need to.
But you can actually, if Randall wants to go, you can actually pick it up in person. Randall, you can actually pick this book up in person.
I'll have original artwork.
Yeah, and original artwork.
I am willing to bet that Randall will not go and buy one of those books.
No, he won't.
I will put money on this.
I can't talk.
Well, I'll do this.
I would pay for that to be true.
I'll do this. I'll buy 2 issues, and I'll even pay for shipping. I'll have Anthony ship it to him.
I'll sign it. It'll say "fuck you very much." Best work I've done. No one's allowed to slab my stuff.
But like I said, yeah, you didn't see the contract that we had all signed to get the art back there. But honestly, like I said, I actually read it. I actually enjoyed it, and I actually liked it. But my favorite, like I said, my favorite cover is not even the homage cover. Everybody's going to think it's the homage, but honestly, my favorite cover is this one.
Well, down the road, I'm going to save myself a lot of trouble, and I'm not even going to put any interiors. It's just going to be like 4 covers, and that's it. No one cares what's inside of books anymore, so but I'll just be 4 or 5 collectible covers, no interiors. It'll be a 4-page book, inside cover, outside cover.
It worked for Jim Lee's X-Men 1.
That's true.
Yeah.
Well, to be fair, there was a lot of shit in that book.
Yeah.
It's like look, I can buy these and connect them together.
It's like
how many? Just get the one and unfold it. And
to be fair, the interiors, they had like 26 boxes per page.
Anything over like 6 is too many for me.
That's what she said. So what are we talking about tonight, gentlemen? Besides crappy conventions and good conventions,
and people that are no longer with us.
Oh, and
Sidney Poitier, we will miss you.
Yeah. I told, hey Randall, I actually said before you came on, I said I think the Mandela effect was in effect too, because I could have sworn Sidney Poitier died years ago.
But apparently that crossed my mind as well. But I was like, at the same time, I'm like, I don't recall ever seeing anything that said that he passed away.
Yeah,
he just hasn't been in the news.
Yeah,
he just like Gene Hackman, right? You don't hear anything about Gene Hackman, but he's
Oh,
still
you
alive.
do now because he's going to die tomorrow.
There you
And she's
go.
mentioned it again.
I got his signature anyway. So
Ned Beatty, Tawny
I'm in the
Katane
clear.
curse continues.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Bob Saget curse continues, man. Even Bob Saget, I'm like, dude, he surprised me most of all out of all of them.
Oh,
Like
dude,
the
yeah,
Saget,
I mean, I was following him on TikTok.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
the
There you
thing
go.
is,
That's
surprisingly, yeah, surprisingly, he said he was in Florida when he passed, so that's
that did him
interesting.
in.
Yeah.
He watched the
I mean,
he watched
they
the
have
Randall
to-
TikTok and he went, "Oh my
He's like, my heart. Wait, I don't have one. Doggone it.
Celebrities are looking at their TikTok and they're like, Randall follows me. No.
Son of
Like-
a.
Yeah.
8 million teenage girls just died."
Yeah. Oh, and then we can talk about like how CGC's raising prices again. Not even a month after. Well, is it a month or 2 months?
I
2 months
don't
or
care about
What's CGC stand for? Comics grading something?
grading
Something.
service, I think.
I
Well,
mean, I
that'd
know
be CGS.
Anthony's opinion is what counts here because of all the books that he gets graded. Anthony, what do you think about it?
I don't care. I don't care. I love it. No, I just think your CGC. I'm gonna retract that. I think that CGC and grading is important, very important for Silver Age, Golden Age books.
Right.
But
Modern's not so much.
I think
Moderns,
excuse me, I'm not going to offend anybody on the panel or anybody watching or in the replay. Anyone that goes and runs to get like the latest issue of Thor graded, like you could have saved your money and just boarded it and bagged it properly.
right.
However, that's what people do. If that's collecting, great. And that's part of it too. The word collecting is in CGC somewhere or whatever. But I just, hey, raw materials are going up. I just had to order paper, not like paper to print on, but paper to draw on. That shit's running out. If you go to I used to get my paper at Michael's or Hobby Lobby, sheets of 24 packs of Bristol. They're all gone. The paper aisles in the stores are out. And I don't know what happened, but I use expensive Faber-Castell pens, and I use these Micron pens, which you can get at Walmart or Staples or wherever. I actually opened a brand new one tonight, inked for 10 minutes with it, and it ran out of ink. So I don't know. I just don't think anyone cares anymore. I work for this American company. Every single thing that they make is made in China and Bangladesh. They can't get it for months and months. The world's going to hell, man. You just so the plastic that they make the CGC grading slabs out of or whatever, hey, inflation, everything's going to go up. Right. So if we're paying more for a container of milk, we're going to pay more for CGC. I don't know about you guys, but my plastic bags and boards have gone up through the roof at my store.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then I realized that the last bag I bought was that kind with the little strip that comes off that you seal yourself.
Yeah.
So I don't need to use Scotch tape, but I didn't ask for that. It just came that way.
Right.
I like those better myself.
I still prefer taping my own bags and boards. Even when I have the ones where
you like.
Even with the ones that you can peel off, I never used the peel off. I still took tape and I taped over it.
Did you guys pick up any new books this week, or read anything new this week?
I picked up 3 things. That's it.
Yeah.
One was left over from last week.
Okay.
I got the Jim Balance Krampus.
Ooh, I like that. I got that cover.
You got that last week. I usually get both covers, but I only got one.
Yeah, but at least you got the good.
I do like next issue. February is very very nipply. So that comes out in February.
You see that?
I had this back issue that I was looking at for a while.
Invaders.
First nice. Power, nice Jack Kirby cover with the usual Frank Springer interiors. And my wife, who is usually exceptional at finding things in thrift stores because she sells vintage clothing for whatever living she makes. She got me this Conan Frost Giant's Daughter graphic novel by Dark Horse Comics.
That's cool.
Nice.
That's cool.
Kurt Busiek and Carrie Nord. Nice thick ass, Conan graphic. She got it for 50 cents. So,
Can't beat that.
That's it. That's it. It was a light week. And I got my son the new, I don't have it. It's in his room. I got him the new Dragon Ball Z manga.
Oh, okay.
Because
nice.
He reads those. I think they're up to like, I don't know, 82 or something. It's Dragon Ball Super. And he reads that. It comes out they come out with a new one every 4 months or 3 months, I believe. So
it's the thing. Yeah, but the big thing is that they don't even have like mangas don't have, you know what I mean? Like this mangas come in like
they're graphic novels.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, he just sticks them on his bookshelf.
Yeah.
Oh, he doesn't read them?
Then
he reads them. No, I didn't know if he meant bagged and boarded or whatever, but
no. Yeah, but it's no, they're just they're just like graphic novel form, but there are you know what I mean, there are comics. It's just it's just
the Shonen Jump magazine I think still comes out in Japan, I believe.
Yeah, and then those things are those, like my uncle always says, it's all it is art, man. They're like the stories all suck in it. It's what the Asian ones are known for is art, and the freaking stories suck.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I've read a few of my son's Dragon Ball.
Well, that's Dragon Ball, but I'm saying like not the regular ones, what he reads. He goes, dude. All the kids, the only reason they buy it is because of the art, man. But the story is garbage.
There's a new one that's really hot, and the reason I know it's hot is because you can't get them anywhere. Like the first 10 mangas, and it's gonna be an actual anime. It's called Chainsaw Man.
Oh,
and it's this guy. He's got chainsaws for hands. He's got a chainsaw that pops out the top of his head and cuts everybody up, and it's by the same people that did One Punch Man, believe it or not. So I think it's going to be
Jeff, who did you say was that? You say it was your dad, or is that who you said it was?
No, my uncle. My uncle collects,
because he just reminds me of people with my age and older. It's like the kids nowadays with these stupid mangas, their stories are horrible.
No. He collected
now. I have turned into that guy.
Yeah, but he collected back then too. He said even stories back then sucked. It doesn't matter. It's just because back over there it's more of art. You know what I mean? It's more like a more like a conveyor belt of artists trying to get stuff out instead of trying to write a story.
I want to get the current state of comic books here too.
I want to see a clip, right? It's almost like a sketch. I want to see a clip of Daryl complaining about kids. He's like, those damn kids and their comics and their mangas and blah blah blah. And then it pans out and you see him and he's throwing his disc golf as he's playing the game. Like just segues right to that. He's like, those damn kids. And then
well, basically, if you listen to the show, you hear me doing that every week. So
I'd like to say one more thing. I was going through my collection. I'd like to make a recommendation. Ooh. I've been digging up some old Chaos comics. Mm-hmm. There was a series called The Omen, drawn by Giustiano, written by Polito. It's
I wouldn't mind reading it.
It's drawn by Giustiano, who was famous for doing the Chastity series.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and I'm not talking about the Dynamite. I'm talking about the original Chaos.
Yeah.
Dude, 1997 Chaos was the shit. Really good stuff. Really good stuff.
Because his Lady Death stuff Brian's Lady Death stuff is still good, man. It's
I've been reading a lot of Purgatory, this particular Jim Balance series.
What you been thinking of that one?
Well, I've read it. It's just I was revisiting it because I was going through the box today that had all my Chaos stuff in it. And I just I just think the chaos stuff, man. And here's what made me think of that, because I had it sitting there. But like Daryl and you guys were talking about, fantastic yet dynamite though. So I don't count that. But
I want to tell you about this one. That's why.
Let me just sum up in that Polito's writing in those early Evil Ernie and Lady Death stuff. It was really inspired, cool stuff. And what's funny is, you know how we all as old timers talk about, comics were so good back then and shit like that. Pick up some random Bronze issues and read them. And I've been learning lately that, some of those stories suck too. Invaders that I just pulled up, that was written by Roy Thomas and drawn by Frank Springer. Objectively, 12-year-old Anthony or 8-year-old Anthony, who originally saw that in the 70s, as 50-year-old Anthony reads it, I'm reading it the other day thinking, this is a kind of shitty comic. The story is shitty. The dialogue shitty. The setup shitty. It's corny. Wow. But again, nostalgia holds a firm grip on folks sometimes. And, comics may be too woke and too identifying and too stupid right now. But there's a lot of comics from the 70s and 60s even that there's classic Neil Adams drawn stuff that you read the story and you're like, oh my God, this is terrible. But the art saves it. Mm-hmm. And I think I was having an argument with someone on here the other day. I think more and more that person's right. A lot of writing sucks. Mm-hmm. And sometimes it doesn't save it if the art's real good.
Yeah. And then I can tell you guys about
just read that and go on about your day.
Yeah. Like I said, I picked up the first issue and I thought the first issue was a little weird, but now it makes a little more sense. Issue 2 makes a little more sense. So it feels like Chucky. That's what it feels like right now. It feels like it's not a doll that has, it's the pin that has Ernie's soul in it, and they want so the kid, so
yeah. Well, I mean, even the first issue, even the Evil Ernie, the original Youth Gone Wild, that was Polito and Stephen Hughes' first stuff.
Yeah.
So, some of it was amateur, some of it was, not great, but, art is subjective. So, it is what it is. It's rookie stuff,
Yeah. But it was still
debut album stuff.
Yeah. And then plus, originally, he even said, like during some other interviews, he said originally this was supposed to be a movie. Originally, Evil Ernie was supposed to be a movie, and it was supposed to be made, but he wouldn't have kept the rights to it, so that he said hell no, and then that's why he went to comics instead.
You know what the best thing is? When I was looking through one of those comics, there was a big 2-page spread with a 2-page preview for 1997's Chaos Comics, The Undertaker, the comic book series.
Oh yeah, I remember those.
The WWE Undertaker, and let me tell you, it looked great.
Mm-hmm.
I wish I had it, but I don't.
I got like one of the Virgin covers from that series, and it was only like $1.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, but a lot of the old Chaos stuff is not expensive, man. And that's a shame, really. I mean,
I'm doing some dollar diving at the convention this Sunday, looking for that stuff.
Yeah, and it's not, honestly, it's not like a lot of it's not expensive at all, man. Like surprisingly, it's like it's actually good. I mean, it's some of it's actually good.
Well, I can't believe it. It's actually good.
Wait till Disney buys Chaos Comics.
Jeff, did you get the Dark Child comic I sent you?
Yeah, the first thing I want to check was make sure just besides your stuff, it would make sure all of it wasn't damaged.
Yeah, I just want to make sure. I didn't remember whether I sent it or not.
Yeah. I got it. Yep, I'm happy I have it now. But honestly, I was like I was telling Anthony before we started. When your mailman isn't here, and then they have people replacing them, they stuck it in my mailbox like this. They stuck that thing in my mailbox like this. I'm like, oh crap, Anthony's art. First thing I was worried about the art more than anything else.
I would have just redrawn the page for you from scratch.
Yeah,
mine's messed up. Redraw
it. No, and then since I pulled the panel out of the preview, out of the other book, out of the preview book, and then put it right under it.
Nice.
Yeah. So
the preview book. The preview book, by the way, has different dialogue than the new book.
Yeah, I pulled it. But I still pulled it out because since it's the same panel anyway, so I just went, hey, look, it's.
You just gave me an idea, Anthony.
What's that?
You should make the Mandela effect variant, where you reprint the book but with different dialogue. So when people are like reading it, they're like, wait a minute, I remember it being something different, you know. And
well, if you read the preview and you read
the show before,
yeah, if you read the preview and you read the original one, and you would notice the difference.
Yeah, it's already happened.
Yeah, it's already happened. He wrote the issue 1 and the preview one is completely.
Did anyone else die this week?
We
covered Betty White.
Yeah.
Just
City Portier and Bob
Is any companies or career died this week? We were Jeff. What were you guys have books to show, or Jeff? You were going to talk about CW or something. What's going on with CW?
Yeah. So supposedly CW is for sale. So I mean,
can I buy it?
Yeah. Well, let's make it a top. Well, let's make it a topic. If we bought CW, what would you guys do with it?
I would bring back Unhappily Ever After because the one girl in there was absolutely gorgeous.
I'd recreate American Gladiators.
Already done. That's already been done. But what would you guys really do?
Do it better.
But what would you guys really do with the with that platform? If you bought the CW, what would you guys do with it? What would you guys actually want to do with it?
The problem with the CW, like the question that you're asking, the problem with that is that you're limited. So let me explain what will happen when the CW gets sold. So many of the shows that are made on the CW are Warner Brothers made. So whoever buys the CW, if they want to continue making those shows, they have to pay Warner Brothers to get those shows on the network. And that's if Warner Brothers even wants to sell it to them. You know, Warner Brothers can easily just take those CW superhero type shows and move it right to HBO Max.
That was the fastest you ever answered something.
I was just joking. I was
distracted by the phone, so
I was just joking.
No, yeah, but like I said, if you guys bought it, what type of stuff would you create?
Oh, we got bots going on. Look at that.
Yeah, I would just have a channel full of bot messages.
Yeah. Well, would you put this? Would you put this also on the CW if you bought it?
No.
Yeah. If you told me that I'm a trillionaire
on the YouTube channel,
if I'm a trillionaire and I can put anything on the network, then it would just be all comic book related stuff. You know,
I would go with no comic book related stuff because it is too much out there right now.
TV films. No, there's not enough out there.
It is
there's a lot. And then did you guys watch Boba Fett?
I'd get some Chaos comic stuff.
Ridiculous.
Let's clear this up. Brian Polito sold Chaos Comics through a bankruptcy. So that's why Dynamite owns. So Chaos Comics doesn't exist anymore.
Oh, okay. Dynamite get that right.
Yeah.
But
what about Coffin Comics?
Remember USA?
That's his.
Remember the USA Network when they used to do like the late night, the after dark? You know, you'd see like the movies or TV programs like Silk Stockings, all that stuff. You know, like
CW used to.
Wow.
Get the
Silk Stockings.
Get the Chaos property, right? And that's like the comic book property stuff you play like late at night. You know, everyone's like, ooh, you know, like.
Well, first of all,
playing at 11 o'clock at night.
First of all, I think the CW died when Arrow went off the air.
Right.
When Arrow left, I think the CW shows died. Supergirl got shitty. Flash was shitty to begin with and got shittier. Batwoman is atrocious. The only show that's good is that Superman and Lois and Clark show, whatever it's called.
Well, really.
Yeah.
But that
Stargirl.
is actually what I would do is I would make the CW.
Yeah, but Stargirl doesn't really count as a CW because it's on streaming now, isn't it?
I would turn the CW if they had the rights into just retro CW. So at 8 o'clock you'd have Buffy, 9 o'clock you'd have Angel, 10 o'clock you'd have Charmed, 11 o'clock you'd have, I don't know, Teen Wolf or whatever. Then I would play the originals 24 hours a day. I would play all the shows that were actually good on the CW.
Unhappily Ever After was great.
Happily Ever After, Gilmore Girls, 2 men, 3 men and a baby, whatever, 2 men and whatever, Seinfeld all day long and whatever. Just use just use shit that's already in the can and don't have any stuff that costs money, and then CW will turn a profit.
First off,
getting the rights to
all those shows cost money because of syndication rights.
First of all, CW, where I am in Florida, CW does air Seinfeld.
Yeah.
And
I mean, you got to keep paying the rights fees to do that.
I think Hialeah hit it on the head. We want old Tom Selleck Magnum PI.
I thought it was Magnum Pie.
I also want Riptide, which used to come on. Riptide used to come on after Tom Selleck.
Yeah. Or what's the
Fantasy Island with Hervé Villechaize?
No, that's ABC. Airwolf.
How about repurposing all of the old CW material, but making it into like really cheap knockoff versions?
What's the other one that used
the same type of stories, but like just make it ridiculously stupid. Like just
how about True Blood episodes, 24 hours a day?
What was it? Hogan had a show, didn't he? Hogan had a show on the Hulk Hogan had a show on
and also put VIP with Pamela Anderson on all the time, and that one where she worked in a bookstore. That was
the Highlander show on there.
Put Highlander used to be a CW show or a WB show. That's correct.
Yeah.
Adrian Paul, baby. Hey, Xena. Hercules, all that shit. That's all early WB shit.
Yeah.
Put it back on. Let's go.
Or they'll end up remaking all that crap again. And
but what's happening is they remake it, and it's just, and again, this is no offense to the culture that we live in, but every show on the CW, my wife watches a few of them. They're made for 13-year-old lesbians. There's nobody else, like, they're not marketing shit to anybody. I loved Supergirl when it first came on, and 3 seasons in, every episode is about being a lesbian.
Yeah, I actually noticed that after you mentioned it.
No gay guys, just lesbians. Lesbians 24 hours a day on the CW.
I mean,
at a certain point.
Yeah, but that's
at a certain point.
All CW shows.
The only one that don't like lesbians.
At a certain point.
But that's all CW
another
shows.
Plot might be good. Some other storyline might work a little better.
but like Anthony's saying, almost all shows have at least have a episode or two of
But it's just about that.
Yeah.
So Anthony, what you're saying is you want the CW to make a Super Sons show where they're gay.
Yes.
On the CW.
Like for example, okay. No offense. CW, their new show, if it ever gets on now because they're being bought, Naomi is coming on. Really? Naomi is like a 2-year-old character. She's been around for.
I mean, I feel like I'm listening to Ricky Bobby. No offense, but.
No, Daryl. Naomi by Brian McLendis. She just got created 2.5 years ago, and already she's got a TV show. What? Well,
but I mean, what was it? The Keanu Reeves book. It had a TV series before it even was made.
Yeah, so that's probably what Bendis probably had it in the But
So there you
Bendis
go.
probably had it in his contract that when he creates this character, it probably
hey,
you know?
Stargirl
Mm-hmm.
is a great show on the CW.
Oh yeah.
Great. Justice Society of America shit, deep stuff. No lesbians. Yet.
not yet. Not yet.
And by the way, and when I say no lesbians, I'm talking about these shows that I'm discussing that I say are great. There's no sex at all. They're like teenagers and they're superheroes. And maybe they like someone, but they're really fighting evil. They don't spend 5 episodes talking about who they're sleeping with, and I just think that's where some certain CW shows or whatever, like for example, Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Willow, her whole Tara and Willow's thing, that was beautiful. That was, and it was done right.
That was huge for television.
But it was done right because it wasn't what every episode was about. They said it. They held hands. They kissed. They died. They mourned, and that was part of the plot. They didn't make the identity a plot point,
and they didn't hammer it into you. They didn't hammer it like every episode. They hammered it to like saying, "Hey."
Well, also, what was different is that Buffy, no one ever discriminated against them, and maybe that was unrealistic. But they didn't get leered at or discriminated against, and that's the problem. A lot of these shows, like the Supergirl, got really political when Trump was in office, like crazy, like it was about race and discrimination, and that's great. Like X-Men all day, but make it like where they're fighting a real enemy and not the United States citizens are the enemy or the world is the enemy.
Right.
How about you make an actual Luthor the enemy or a villain the enemy? That's all. But again, CW, retro, all day long. Retro CW, WB shows. And Happily Ever After that Daryl wants. What was the actress? Who was the actress?
Unhappily Ever After.
Who was the actress you're referring to?
Hot girl, big boobs. I don't remember what. I remember that. It honestly, that was like 20 plus, probably close to 30 years ago. She's probably like somebody's great grandma by now. So there you go.
I can't hear you, Anthony.
I'm on. I was just kidding.
They just had it was on whatever channel he came on. They did like a throwback episode, and most of the cast was there. So that was kind of cool.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, well, they had other actors replaying the roles.
Yeah, like Jon Stewart
copied the one episode, and then the actual actresses from the show made cameos.
Most of them.
I haven't seen it yet. I have it recorded.
Spoiler: one of them didn't show up.
Yeah.
The one that Daryl wanted to show up didn't show up.
I don't care.
George Clooney. It was George Clooney that didn't show up.
Tootie was there.
Well,
I started watching. Since now that I have Netflix again, I started watching Super Crooks. That's
do you guys watch Boba? Do you guys watch Boba Fett or the whatever Boba Fett? Book of Boba Fett.
Is that when we refer to it as blubber fat?
Blubber Fett.
Blubber fat. He needs to do crunches about as good as I do.
Yeah.
No, it's okay. I mean, I'm not.
Let me get into character. Go ahead.
So, do you guys? But spoiler warning: if you guys haven't seen it yet, whoever's gonna rewatch it or watch this on the rewind. But did you see the Wookiee that everybody's going nuts for? The damn Wookiee.
Oh yeah. The one with the crazy looking eyes.
Yeah.
The one that I'm going to beat you with your own hands.
Like some random. You seem like some random guard to me, but I'm curious about the Fets. Not the Fets, but the Jabbas, the Hutts. Excuse me. and you got apparently their brother
got
and
it
sister. Their brother and sister, and yet somehow their tails wrap around each other, and that's a little creepy. But
you gotta stay warm.
They're in the desert and they're slugs. They're just trying to avoid salt. As long as they don't get salt on them, they'll be okay.
Don't be judging those alien CGI slugs.
I'm kind of enjoying the way they're going. Seeing him fight, that was fun.
Right.
The problem I have with the Book of Boba Fett right now is that I don't give a shit about the flashbacks. The only flashback I cared about was how he survived the pit.
Sarlacc pit.
You gave me that. That's all I need. I don't need the whole Dances with Wolves storyline of him and the Sand People singing Kumbaya and dancing together and holding hands and all that stuff. I don't need all of that. You know, I want to see what Boba Fett's going to do right now on Tatooine. That's what I want.
Yeah, but isn't it like leading up to the Mandalorian when he meets the Mandalorian or something like that, or from
He's already met the Mandalorian.
Or from the
Sarlacc.
Mandalorian. Oh, okay. So it's from the Sarlacc pit and on, right?
No, the Sarlacc pit is those are flashbacks.
Oh, okay.
Every time he goes into the machine and he's like sleeping and resting and he's like breathing into the thing, he just starts dreaming. He starts dreaming of his past, and it's like I don't give a shit.
I thought it was good. I thought it was too long. I kept waiting for them to go back to the present. And the second episode.
This episode was actually by far the best thing I have seen on the Marvel channel, whatever they call the damn thing. Since WandaVision.
Daryl.
I mean, WandaVision was the last good thing I have seen from the Disney network. And this episode actually made me go, you know, this is actually pretty good. You got me hooked in now. The first episode, I was like, this is absolute burning trash. And I gave it the second episode like I normally do. And now I'm hooked into it because it makes me go, okay, where's this going with all the little midget guys over there?
You're not being sarcastic. You're serious?
Not. I actually enjoyed this episode.
Awesome.
Episode. I mean, the one thing that did confuse me is like I love this train that's going around and there's no rails to it or anything. It's hovering, and I'm like, that's cool as shit.
So I'm going to say something nice about the episode when episode 3 comes out, and when I say something nice about that episode, then we're gonna. It's almost like wrestling, right? Daryl's going to turn heel. He's going to turn heel.
No, I think the episodes are only going to get better because I love the second episode. As I said, I wanted them to go back to the and by the way, the twin huts. I wanted them to go back to the twin huts. I wanted to go back to see the black Wookiee, the black haired Wookiee. I just thought that's going to be cool. And hopefully the flashbacks are over now because it's what else are you going to show? But the train, the bikes, they're amazing. Everything was amazing. So, I thought like the technical aspects of the show was really up there. And I think it was just to give some sympathy to the sand people. And all I kept thinking about was all those poor sand critters that Anakin killed in the prequels. Really. And then I thought about all the little Jedi, the Padawan, and I'm thinking, why was Darth Vader like standing next to Ben Kenobi after all the Star Wars films? He was such a jerk.
Yeah, at some point you just gotta hold hands and say, you know what, we both made some mistakes back in the day. Let's move forward. I mean, Obi-Wan was kind of a jerk to Anakin anyway. So
true.
You know what?
I have the high ground.
they both forgave each other.
But anyway, my point is, I think it's great that Daryl likes the show, but it's even more important that I hope they go forward because that whole power play with the mayor, who was awesome, a little hammerhead and hammerhead face guy, and then the black Krasatan, all that shit, really good stuff. And again, yeah, maybe we might get Afra.
Yeah.
Who knows? But whatever. It's a good show. It's gonna get better. And you know what's funny? Disney TV makers sure know a lot more than the guys that made the films for Star Wars, because Lucasfilm TV department is doing a good job. The people that make movies, they should just give it up and just make episodic television, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I want to mention another show that I just recently. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Let Daryl go first.
No, I interrupted these. I ended up Randall. I'm sorry.
So,
your hot take. What's your hot take? We're already giving you the chance.
I posted it on Facebook, and it's actually kind of in the middle. The opinion that people had. Some people agree, like half the people agreed, and half the people disagreed. My hot take is Cobra Kai is a better show than.
I saw it. I saw that. I had a feeling you were gonna bring it up. I saw that damn post anyways. But
Cobra Kai is better than what?
Very entertaining.
Cobra Kai is better than Book of Boba Fett, the new season.
I have not seen season 4, but I would say the first 3 seasons of Cobra Kai were absolutely phenomenal.
Well, so wait till you see this one.
But again, the season 4 I have not seen, so I cannot.
Well, I'll get a hot take. I was talking to my family the other day about Cobra Kai, and I said, on paper, and while you're watching it, it's the most stupid television show in the history of television shows, but it's also the greatest. And the people that write Cobra Kai have figured out the formula to make good television, because it honestly, if you read the script, as I'm watching it, listening to the dialogue, I'm sitting back thinking, this is the most trashiest, stupid stuff ever. Yet, I would watch 50 seasons of it. 50. Mostly because the people in it are so irredeemable. Every 10 seconds, the hero becomes the villain becomes the hero, the heel becomes the whatever. Every single second of every show, it's like, oh, I hate her. Oh, I love her. I hate him. I love him. And that's my feelings running and this season was no different. People that I hated last season were my favorite characters this season, and then some. And then no spoilers, but it just I knew something was up, and they just wrote stuff like you're gonna say, wow.
For me personally, there was a lot of good character moments. They were there were just moments that they captured mixed with the music. I got goosebumps, man. I got goosebumps. I got excited, especially the tournament. It's when you see that stuff, it's oh man, I was watching it. I literally had to take a deep breath because I was just I don't know what's going to happen here.
Well, last season, I hated Robbie more than anything in the world.
Yeah.
This season, even though he was in Cobra Kai the whole time, I loved every scene he was in.
Yeah.
And then Miguel, who I loved every season before this, I thought he was the worst fucking character in the whole show this season. And that's what they do there. They just flip them every episode. Yeah. Every episode.
The father-son dynamic of the show also is just, it really pours on the heartstrings, So.
But it's so cheesy, yet it's so good.
Yeah, but it's nostalgia. Like Anthony brought up previously, it's nostalgia for all of us. You know what I mean?
I totally disagree with that. And here's why.
Why is that?
Look at stuff like Dumb and Dumber after 20 years coming back. Look at stuff like The Matrix, 30 years coming back, or 20 years coming back.
Right.
And it's been.
But that's non-fans writing it.
Let me finish.
Okay.
And they came back and they did not hit the mark at all. This show took all this time off and it
They
hit the
surpassed
ground running, and it felt like I didn't miss anything.
Right.
And it felt like, you know, they had a little bit of flashback storytelling, but it felt like it flowed right into the new stuff.
Well,
and that's what I loved about it.
Well, it's cool, but my experience.
Now y'all can go.
I never
got
watched.
One more hot take coming up though. By the way,
I never saw any of the Karate Kid movies when they came out.
Well, you suck. Wait a minute. Hold on. Whoa. This is the first movies that we've ever mentioned on here that you did not see in theater day one.
Nope.
First time ever.
The first movie came out in 1984. Came out in 1984. I was 13 years old. Had no interest in seeing it. And I never saw it till I was an adult. So other than the cars and the hair and the whole 80s thing, that's the only. And here's what's great for a kid watching it, like, or a young person that never saw the movies and never saw them on TV or whatever. You didn't need to see the original movies. Nope. As I said, I actually saw season 1 of Cobra Kai without ever seeing the original movies at all. Now, I saw scenes from the movie. I saw the Cruel Summer music video by Bananarama. I knew who the good guy was and the bad guy was in the original movies.
Yeah, right. Other than that, is the bad guy. Johnny is the good guy.
Well, yeah, that I know, but back in 1984, that wasn't the case. It was the
case back then. They just manipulated you.
Can I drop the hottest take ever?
All right.
Oh, my.
And by the way, no, this is not a spoiler.
My hot take is coming.
This is not a spoiler. But here is Anthony Sika's prediction.
Oh boy.
It's going to turn out that Kreese is Johnny's dad. For real.
Oh, wow. I didn't even think of that.
Yeah.
What's Kreese's only weakness?
Johnny.
Yeah.
Johnny is his only weakness. That was revealed. But by the way, what I said is not a spoiler. Mm-hmm. That didn't happen. But I'm taking hints from the show.
Yeah.
Johnny's never met his father, doesn't know who his father is, never looked for his father. Kreese, his only weakness is taking care of Johnny.
Yeah.
And wanting things for Johnny. I have a feeling that they're going to Empire Strikes Back, I'm Your Father somewhere next season or the season later. And I want you guys to remember, I said, it's going to turn out that Kreese is Johnny's biological father.
I like this. I like this a lot.
Yeah,
so
it could be.
You've seen Karate Kid 3, right?
No, I haven't seen any of the Karate Kids.
You really have? Oh.
No, I'm not kidding.
So anyways, the guy that Kreese calls up, and this isn't spoiling the show because we all know who he was calling at the end of the last season.
Right.
So the other guy, the other sensei, there was a student, or there was this hotshot karate star that they kind of pulled in to take on Daniel from the third movie. His last name is Barnes. So everyone's like, oh, he should be appearing in the next season. Now they talk again, the whole father-son dynamic. This in this case could be the father and daughter dynamic. Tori, because the mom is sick and all that stuff. Tori, because someone mentions, that hot temper of yours, well, Barnes seems like a character that had a hot temper. I'm thinking Barnes possibly could be the father of Tori.
So now we got father issues, huh? Yeah. And the Cobra Kai. What's your hot take, Daryl? You got a hot take, Daryl?
Johnny Utah is the uncle.
Johnny Utah.
If you know Johnny Utah, that's funny. Mine is, I have not read Why the Last Man. I loved the series.
Okay.
And only to find out it was canceled. I was like, son of a gun. I was really enjoying this.
Yeah.
I haven't even watched any of it. It lasted, I mean, like, you know what sucks is like Preacher lasted longer than Why the Last Man.
I tried to watch Preacher. I just couldn't get into that show. But
speaking of Garth Ennis, did you guys see the trailer for The Boys season 3?
Not yet. Haven't seen it yet.
Oh.
Sorry.
What you think?
I mean,
so
it looks
far?
good. I mean, it was just real quick. Him and what's her name? Starbright or Starlight?
Starlight or something.
Rainbow
Bright.
Yeah. You see them like sitting or standing together, doing like, you know, taking photos, taking pictures or videos, and you can kind of see the craziness in his eyes. And then it just cuts to like the date, June. So The Boys season 3 comes out June. Super excited for that.
All right. So.
Oh, and I got some books here to show off.
Oh, finally! They're not in the car today, huh?
No, not in the car. I got them out just for you guys.
All right. Let's see them.
So, I wanted to pull Detective Comics. What's great about this is Ivan Rice is doing the art. I really, really do love Ivan Rice's art. Just to show off a little bit of his art right here. Trying to find a really good one here.
So good he can't find anything.
Yeah, so far so good he can't find the panel.
That's what she said.
We all know what Ivan Rice draws like. Wow, a shadowed picture.
Yeah. It's just neat to see him draw Batman because I haven't seen him draw Batman in a while.
Did he? Was he the one that did the Star Wars covers?
No, I don't think so.
Like the headshots of all the characters. No. Was that Rod Reyes?
Well, that's a cool cover of Harley or what? Yeah. Who's the cover artist?
The cover artist on this, let me see real quick.
Brian Bendis' kid.
Yeah.
Irvin Rodriguez.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it looks pretty photorealistic the way he drew Harley. I'm not really reading the Joker book, but I wanted to showcase this just because I really, really love Jim Chung's art. So
it's Cho, right? It's not Chung. Isn't that Cho? That's Chung? Oh, okay.
Chung.
Okay. Yeah, look, now I can see it. Yeah.
Yeah. And then the last issue of Jeff Lemire's Robin and Batman is coming out on Wednesday.
You're really putting the DC into DC Randall.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I didn't have time to unpack the Marvel books today, so.
I like how you're shaking on the screen there.
Yeah.
Fuck
Justice
that.
League, Legion of Superheroes.
Brian Bendis ruined another book.
The title of the story is
I Suck at
The
DC.
Gold Lantern Saga.
Fuck that shit. That's my hot take. Fuck that shit.
Mm-hmm. That's some more toilet paper.
I ordered this because I got a good deal on it. The Justice League Power Rangers crossover story by Tom Taylor.
Tom Taylor writes good stuff. He wrote the Injustice stuff.
Oh yeah.
You know what was even better than that? It was this.
It is better than Tom Taylor's shit.
Mm-hmm.
Nice cliffhanger in that.
And it's a Tim. I always get his name mixed up. It's Tim Tyler. Tim Tyler. I always for some reason I think Tim Taylor. I don't know why, but
it's Tool time.
Yeah, but honestly, it was Anthony. Honestly, I really enjoyed it. I can't wait until issue 2.
Well, it's coming. It's coming sooner than later. I already started on it.
Yeah, and then I appreciate Anthony actually got me the first appearance of Dark Child, so that was cool of him. And I picked up a couple of things this week. It's just Evil Ernie was interesting, but I'm gonna tell you guys now. It feels like Chucky almost a little bit. I got the Chucky feel a little bit, like a Chucky's Bride type feel a little bit, like Or like there's a girl, there's a bartender involved that wants Ernie back in her life and all this other crap. So it's
The
gonna be
Russian
interesting.
bots are out tonight.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see. But then I picked this one up. It's a small print company. Thought it was interesting. Thought the story was interesting, so I picked it up.
Omega.
Then, yep, and then I picked up a AWA book. Funny thing
nice.
is, yeah. So some of the people in here look like movie stars, certain movie stars and stuff. Like the guy
I love the artist. Diodato Jr.
Yeah, but the guy did the guy that did what was it look, I'll show you guys a couple of panels and you guys tell me who they look like really. Like
I'm gonna put pancakes on the next cover of my book.
Yeah, look, this is my Uncle Vinny guy.
Yeah, Harvey Keitel.
Harvey Keitel.
Yeah. And then this one looks like
Paul Giamatti.
Yeah.
Yep.
If anybody but you is reading it, that might be a legal issue, but
yeah. And then I got Jennifer's Blood. Just for the Perello cover, really. But I actually read it. It's okay. It's not too bad. Got the Thor. Got the new issue of Thor. Supposed to be a new character in it.
Yeah, isn't that book like selling for like $10 now?
I think so. I don't know. Maybe. And then this one.
Monkey meat.
Mm-hmm. And it's not talking about monkey. It's talking about monkeys. Not what everybody else is thinking. Monkey meat. And Magic Order.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah. And then I got the Purgatory.
Ugh.
Yeah.
That artwork is.
Yeah, it's just to read it. I was just reading the
Ugh.
Just but and then this one, the Unholy, the different cover of issue 1.
Where's she with Dracula?
Yeah, it's that's pretty much what it is. It's the story is they're trying to the curse of they're trying to beat the curse. So if she marries the person that has the Dracula curse, it might actually beat the
it might beat the curse with monkey meat.
Yeah.
Or beat the monkey meat.
Yeah.
Get rid of the curse.
All right. What you guys got going on this week? Because I'm getting a little bit of I'm worn out this week. So
Sunday, come see me at the DeLand Comic Convention in DeLand at the fairgrounds.
Yep.
10 o'clock to 4 p.m. Sunday.
Yeah.
DeLand Comic Convention. I am one of the only. No, actually, there's some cool artists there. Bill Black will be there from FemForce, AC Comics. Bill Black will be there. I'll be harassing him, trying to steal artwork out of his portfolio when he goes to the bathroom. Bill Black's super cool.
Just bring your guitar and
Bill Black's been publishing independent comic books for 40 years.
Wow.
And he's out of Florida now for the last 25 or 30 of them. So Bill Black's there. I'm excited. I'm there. Bunch of independent people that were at the Daytona convention a few months ago aren't at this convention. I don't know what's going on. But we'll see. There's some people from some Antarctic Press people and stuff like that. But Scout ain't there this time, and all those other weirdos, they're not coming out. So I don't know what the deal is. Stabbity Bunny guys, all those people, they ain't gonna be there. So come spend some money with me. I'll sell you some original art. I'll sell you some drawings. I may even put that homage cover up for sale. Don't know. Depends on how many pens I need to buy.
All right.
But come see me. It's free. I think it's $5 to get in. Kids are free.
So
10 to 4.
5 is better than playing 20 for
DeLand is a beautiful part of Florida. It's not too busy. It's not too dead. It's nice. Come out, say hi, support independent comics. And the great thing about it is there's a lot of vendors. There may not be a lot of artists, but every show that Tom Rupp puts on, there's a lot of vendors. So if you want comic books, dollar shit, Silver Age shit, slabs, his shows are the place to be.
Yeah.
Speaking of Tom was actually at the Brandon Comic-Con, the one that I set up at.
Oh yeah,
cool.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, yeah. Tom will be there, and all his partners, Tony, and all that shit. Really good stuff.
Yeah.
They have Silver Age, Bronze Age, in
Golden Age,
mint condition, at good prices.
Yeah,
nice.
Yeah. What you got going on, Daryl?
The Simply Incredible podcast has come back, so we're excited about that. Had a great show last night, so hopefully this week we'll have another one. Just haven't scheduled it yet because everyone's busy, and I know Andy has a show in South Carolina to set up at. So this week we will have another show. More disc golf content coming up, more sports card content coming up. Origin stories, I'm trying to get that set up. Hopefully this week or next week, the new episode will be showing up.
Sweet. All right, Randall, what you got going on?
Well, I'm planning to go get the booster shot on Tuesday. So once I have that done, I'm pretty much just going to be relaxing and healing and trying to just survive the booster shot and get back to normal.
And organize books and right, you're going to be organizing books.
Mean, it's going to be hard to do anything if I'm focused on just relaxing. So
I think you should get a booster seat. Forget the shot.
Yeah,
booster seat.
Booster seat for the booster shot. No, we want to see you get the booster seat with the booster shot.
Okay.
All right. All I got going on is going to be maybe Cantonese Comic Wednesdays, depending on how work's going to treat me this week. And then I have an Extreme Nerd Table next week. You never know who we're going to have on. We may have a special guest on. You never know. And then we're going to have the Nerdy Collective. And then I'll be at the Deland Comic Show visiting Anthony. And Hialeah's supposed to be coming up too. So
nice.
Yeah, so let's hope Hialeah.
It's only in one building this time, so
okay.
we'll be able to see each other.
All right. So I hope.
Go with you.
Yeah, why not, man? Just hit me up. Let me know. It's $5. That's all it is. So hey, let me know. Let me know during the week. But that's what we got going on, guys, and we'll see you guys next week.